Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jim Erickson. I'm one of the advisors for the MA Literacy Program. I'm also one of the professors in the program. Happy to be here with you and to give you a little bit of information about the program as we're getting ready to start up in May. Uh, Really great to read all of your application letters and references that you sent in. We're so thrilled to have such a high quality group of people coming through and to help you pursue your goals, whether those goals are just to get better at teaching literacy for your kids' sake. That's what we hear from most of you. Or if some of you have goals in moving forward into leadership positions like interventionist or literacy coach positions, instructional coach positions, district literacy people. We have our graduates from this program in all of those positions, but most of our people are finishing up this program and then going out there just to do as good a work as they can for the kids that come their way each year. Uh, I've got the MA literacy page up here for you to look at. This is probably how most of you made your way to the program. You can see here that you have certain tabs that you can go to get information on the program, and you can see the list of courses here. And that list of courses is in a pretty decent order compared to what we have scheduled coming up starting in the summer. You should see things coming up in mostly that order. The current students page will show you the courses that are being offered semester to semester. So you should see summer 2020's courses showing up, fall 2020 courses, and so on. The issue with all of this is that it puts the courses for all of the rotations out there for everybody to get into for all of the different cohorts that have started the program. So I'm just going to show you quickly a document that I have queued up. And let's bring me back here as well. So you're the center of this table. The third rotation starting in summer 2020. You can see that there's a rotation that started before you and a rotation that will start after you. We try to start each rotation a couple of semesters later. So if we're starting in the summer, we'll start another rotation in the spring, and then we'll wait and start another rotation in the fall the next year. So what that means is that the courses that you see, you should take 2 courses a semester, and that will put you on schedule to finish in 5 semesters. So you would be finishing in the fall of 2021, graduating in December of that year. So you would then be eligible for master's degree, salary bumps for the following school year, or if your school actually does that kind of thing mid-year, you can put that in December. Most school districts want you to put those in July or August for their salary years. So what this should look like for the summer is that regardless of all the courses that you might see available, you want to take 615 and 621, Family and Community Literacy and New Literacies. And both of those courses will be offered online only, and they'll be offered in 6-week blocks, which means that when you're in the ELIT 615 course with Dr. Jody Lawrence, you'll be in that course for 6 weeks alone, no second course to worry about. At the end of those 6 weeks, you'll have ELIT 621, New Literacies with Dr. Matt Farber, and you'll be in that class at once. We try to do that as much as possible so that you're in one class at a time. It creates a sense of focus for you. You're able to get in and think about applying the material for that course to your classroom and your career goals. There are a couple of exceptions to that come up, so I'm just going to walk you through each of the semesters. So fall 2020, you'll have the same sort of sequence again, but in a regular semester rather than the summer. Those will be 8-week courses. So the ELIT 610 literacy teaching will be 8 weeks. You'll only be in that course. That'll finish up in early to mid-October, and then from October to December, you'll take the classroom research course, and that will be the only class you're in at that time. So the exception to that, you'll see, is coming up in spring of 2021. The content literacy course and the literacy assessment course. That ELIT 671 literacy assessment course is a practicum course in assessment and diagnosis. We're going to have you working one-on-one with a single student who is struggling with reading. who has perennial low test scores, whose parents are worried, who has had teachers worried about them, usually kids that are on a read plan at their school. that type of situation where it's a student who really needs help finding their way forward in reading. So that course will span the entire 16 weeks because we need you to be in that practicum situation for the entire 16 weeks. So that happens for that course. The other course that we do that with is the capstone and the literacy leadership course. So that final semester in fall of 2021, both of the courses you'll be spanning the entire 16 weeks for. In summer of 2021, you'll be back to a one course at a time, 2 courses that summer semester, but you'll take the children's literature and the teaching writing separately in their 6-week blocks. So we do what we can to make this as doable as possible for people who are on a working schedule. If for any reason you miss a course, say for example you miss this classroom research course, you would then take that classroom research course the next time it comes around in the next sequence of courses. So that might delay also then your ability to take the capstone project. So taking the courses out of sequence just puts you on a different schedule, but still makes it doable for you to finish the program in a couple of years, maybe a couple of years and a semester. You have 5 years to complete the program once you've begun it. So if there are personal issues that come up and you need to finish later, you have a clock that starts the moment that you take the first course in the program once you're admitted, and then you have 5 years to complete from then. So if anything comes and you kind of get derailed and need to come back in a year or 2 years, we're still here for you. We'll still help you figure out how to get that finished up. Most of our people finish on this 5-semester schedule. We have also some people who are not in a classroom currently. Either they've stepped out for maternity leave to raise kids, or they're in a career where they're not teaching in a classroom currently. Some of those people are able to take 3 courses at a time, managing 2 of the courses and one of the in one block and 1 course in another block. Not highly recommended, just because for each of these courses, we still ask you to apply what you're learning, which means that if you don't have a current classroom, we need you to find settings where you can volunteer during the day or have groups of kids out of school that you can work with after school. Boys and Girls Club are often places where people have gone to fulfill assignments for the course when they don't have a classroom currently. So think about that. 2 courses per semester is pretty normal, and this is the sequence that most of you will follow. I'll send this document out when I send this video link out so that you have it to look at. And remember that as you go forward, that you should be able to find all of the information that you need here at the MA Literacy Program page, as well as the current students page. I'm also just going to show you a resource at UNC. If you're in URSA, you should be able to get this from your URSA homepage, the place where you go and register and so on. DegreeWorks is UNC's app where we monitor your program process. So you should be able to log in to DegreeWorks, degreeworks.unco.edu, and it will show you what you've completed and what you have yet to complete to finish your program. So I'll be able to help you as an advisor just by opening this up, and you can do some self-advising as well just by looking at that and seeing what you've already completed and what you have yet to complete. All right. I don't have a lot else to go over just to get us started. I hope that most of you have already been able to register successfully for 615 and 621. And strong courses, strong instructors. We look forward to seeing you as you come forward. I should have you in the fall in the ELIT 610 or the ELIT 623 myself. Looking forward to seeing you. Have a great summer, and be sure to email me. I'm your advisor, and we're not meeting live, so any questions that you have, you need to make sure you reach out to me by email. I'll send out little updates like this periodically so that you know what's coming down the pipe for yourself. Talk to you soon.